Good afternoon. This is Dani'El now. I would like to do this video on Native American dance and spirituality. I'm going to start off with a poem that I wrote that was published up in my tribal area, up in Nova Scotia. It's called Worship Dance. Powwow dancer, my church, my family, my friend. Ancient medicine circle, hoop, and red road in the end. Traditional dances, regalia, and high stepping. Ancient tribal honor songs and drumbeat send. Gives momentum to dancing feet. Come on and dance, my friend. Let the warriors take their stand. Intertribal community hoop, united, no matter what the band. Come worship and pray before our Creator, whole body worship. Feather fans, bustles, headdresses, bells ringing, whooping yells, we all take our stand. Grass dancer, come bless your mother, the earth. Jingle dress girls, praying tribal blessings with feather fans held high. Fancy shawl butterflies, tiptoed, soaring, flying. New life, oh me, oh my. Men's traditional warriors arrived with club and shield. Sneaking up on the enemy, animal hunting will surely yield. Woman's traditional dancing, slow, heads raised high with charm and dignity. Lacy shawls swooshing on arm, hypnotic scene for all to see. Gourd, fancy, smoke, and hoop dances, and more. Our traditional culture will remain for sure. Come join our play, intertribal dances, even if you can have a say. Powwow protocol, enter through the east gate, clockwise direction, except for stomp dance. Honor falling feathers, veterans, heroes, and the dead. Within the sacred medicine wheel, we dance, worship, and unite. Come see us dressed in multicolored tribal regalia. Oh me, oh my, what a sight. And that is my poem on tribal dancing. So basically in the poem we talked about grass dancers coming out first. And usually the grass dancer, which originated with the Omaha tribe, would come out and stomp the grass down and bless the earth, the mother of the earth, so before any other dancers came out. Even before that, we had a smudging ceremony. And smudging is Native American incense, basically that sets us apart for worship, for sacred worship in the medicine wheel. Even the Christian tradition, Jewish tradition, has it that the altar of incense was right in between the Holy of Holies and the outer court. So the smudging blesses, the smudging sets us apart so that we can worship the Creator. After the grass dancer blesses the ground, then comes other dances, for instance the jingle dance, which originated with the Ojibwa tribe, where 365 jingles on their dress. Each jingle has a prayer for the tribe. And as they're dancing, they're praying for their tribe. And then you have the woman's fancy shawl dance, which is like the butterflies of new life with vibrant colors. And they're on their tiptoes, and they're flying, and they're soaring up in the air like new life and resurrected life that is manifested in the woman's fancy shawl. And so it's like the butterfly who soars off to continents all over the world. Then you have the sacred eagle dance, which I do. And in the eagle dance, you have which is known in the East Gate as the spirit animal, representing the Creator. And so he soars like an eagle. And of course, the eagle feathers are very sacred to our tribe. And so the eagle is a very spiritual dance that's done, and no one's allowed to take films of it because it's so sacred. Then you have the traditional dances, the men's traditional, they tell the story in terms of the hunt or the warfare that they're in. Also the women's traditional, which is very dignified. And then each one enters the medicine wheel dance circle and basically comes in order and protocol, where you have different, you have the chiefs up front, you have the veterans and the warriors, then you have different dances that line up afterwards that come in for the grand entry. And afterwards, a lot of times, individuals are invited into even a more sacred dance circle, which is the stomp dance, which goes counterclockwise. And usually it's done around a mound where people bring soil from their property and place it on the mound. I brought soil from my medicine wheel and placed it at Gadua, at the celebration there for the Cherokee. So the stomp dance is a very sacred dance done with the shaker, and it's done in a very rapid chants as well as dance steps. Also, the sweat lodge is used as an act of worship. It's really our like Native American church. It's like carved into the ground like the mother's womb. And so as we go into the womb of Mother Earth, we go Mantaki Oisan, which is all my relations. So we connect ourselves with all our cousins and clan mothers and chiefs and elders as we go in from different tribes all over this country and other countries. And then as we enter in, we go into a circle, which is basically the medicine wheel. And then eventually come in the grandfather stones that are fiery red, and we throw water on it and say our prayers. And we worship inside the sweat lodge, in the fiery rocks, in the biblical traditions. It talks about Yahweh, the Creator, being a consuming fire of fiery love and passion that He has for us. It also talks about the fiery stones that He dwells amongst. And so we connect with the fiery stones as each one is brought in. An animal is named from the medicine wheel as we bring this in antlers. And then we say our prayers with the water splashed on to the rocks. Then we end with a pipe ceremony with someone who is qualified to be a pipe carrier. And we say prayers as we go around and place the pipe near our heart. And so it's also a part of worship. Then we have visions in the sweat lodge that are given, and also Native American names sometimes are given. Oftentimes ancestors show up and join us. The grandmothers show up. And so in everything we do, it's a part of Native American worship. When we do drum, the drum represents unity in the tribes. It also represents the heart of Creator, Grandfather Creator, the heart of love. And the sound goes into the earth deep and into the outer space. And so it's a very sacred thing. We do not play the drum until it's uncovered, and then we have prayers with tobacco on the drum, and then we begin to do our drum chants. Also, the flute is done with prayer and a lot of spirituality. And so you can see, as a part of the Native American world, Native American spirituality is so important to us in everything we do. Even in the individual times we get out on the vision quest. I've done a vision quest with the Cherokee. And in that, we have downloads from the Great Spirit that He shows us things. And it's all a part of that same worship that we have, that we worship the Creator. And also, we connect ourselves with creation. For instance, the universe, we try to be in balance because it's a balance of feminine and masculine characteristics in the universe, and there are the universe goes in cycles, that we do things in lunar festivals, very much like the ancient Jews did. And so we celebrate new moons and lunar festivals, and so on. The Cherokee brought Ark of the Covenant into battle. The Cherokee had cities of refuge, and so on. And so there was worship places set up in different places all over different tribes. In my tribe, which is the Mi'kmaq, we had circular churches with the elders up front, and we did worship in there. We sat behind the elders and gave them honor. And so When the Catholic Church came over, they burnt our churches, and that's the name of my tribe, Burnt Church. And they insisted that we come to cathedral, but no one wanted to come to that sort of thing where we'd sit in front of an elder. And so we've had worship for years, even before the missionaries came over. And so a part of everything we do in Native American life, it has to do with Native American dance and spirituality. And so I thought I'd present this just to give you a sense of all the worship that takes place. Even in our regalia that we make, we pray over it. So I'm going to conclude this with Aho in Indian land. Thank you.